You guys, I need plain glasses to hide the circles under my eyes. True story. Welcome. I'm Tracy. This is my channel, Tracy from the Mermaid Cove. What's going on, y'all? I am in flux, I believe. It's so strange, really. I mean, like, I'm okay to drive, but it's just strange. I feel off kilter. I cannot wait for my second cataract surgery. She's May 8th. But even like reading or being on my phone, or I mean, it's just such a little bit of a struggle at work because I need to do information accurately. But what I do is, especially like making a new library card. I work in a library. I have everyone check it because and there's been some corrections. Anyway, I'm on this major de-stash. I'm calling it de-stash. You know, I collect things. I never realized I was a collector, but I'm a collector. So I'm letting stuff go. I just don't need it anymore. I don't know what's next for me, but I'm making space for it to come in, to allow change. And of course the eyes, this is a big change, right? Very symbolic, I think. But I'm deep diving stuff. So I did fabric. I still have like notions and things like that to do, but I just hit a wall when I was done. And there's still more work to do with fabric. I've gone through the majority of it. I let a lot go. And then I just want to go through what I think I want to keep now that I can see it all together and kind of lay it out. And I did greeting cards. I have, I made a bunch of packs for people, my friends that love cards. And then what I did was, and of course I kept, whatever I wanted to keep. And I have some like I can use in art. Then I have my main cards, like my sympathy cards, my, happy birthday cards, Valentine's cards, Halloween, Easter, that kind of thing, set out and organized. But I need to reorganize those. I'll do that with y'all one day. And then y'all, I took what I was going to give to the vets and I put it in a box. I put a sign on it and said, hey, take whatever you want. I'm donating what's left over. Put it on the table at work. And people were so happy. It was fun. Everyone was taking some cards. So that made me happy. My stat, it was like less than half yesterday. And more people, some people didn't have time to look. So, next are postcards, y'all. That's right. Postcards. You say, how many postcards can someone have, y'all? They can have this whole thing almost full. So, well, there are other things in there, but you guys. So it's a couple of stages here. One, I did a sort. And I did, sorted out stuff in there that wasn't. I'm excited though. Everything's going to be contained and smaller and so much easier to deal with. But y'all, it's challenging. On so many levels, it's challenging. And I do think that giving my Big Santa away, which I think I had to delete that video, y'all. I deleted it from YouTube because it got woo in the middle of it. And I haven't figured out how to fix it yet. If I can fix it, but I can always talk about. And I still have a selfie I took with my Santa. But my nephew was in town and he took me for breakfast yesterday. There's a really fun place. I have not been there since my friend Mimi died. It was a typical Mimi, Heather, Tracy, circle. I have this in an imaginary band, like with my imaginary husband. And it's that kind of thing. And so it was lovely. It was lovely to see him. He's such a good kid. And I miss him. But I told him, every couple of weeks, want a Sunday night or whatever night, Zoom call, FaceTime, have a little cocktail, talk to him, and then love his girlfriend. So, but and his dad's not feeling well. And you know what? It's interesting. I tried, but my brother can be incredibly mean and grouchy and just, tough. So, you know what? I did that for my mother. I did. I don't have to do it for my brother. I'm kind. I just try to be kind and helpful, but he knows what he needs to do. He doesn't need me to tell him, what are you, nuts? Go to the doctor. That is on his child. That is on Zachary. So, and that night I said I could differentiate between that. Y'all, all kinds of growth going on here. And next Monday, y'all, I'm chopping my hair. My hair feels like coarser. I can't explain it, y'all. And I know I'm lucky. I have a lot of hair. They're not near as much as I used to. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a short kind of here. Because I'm this close to putting it in a rubber band, in a headband, God, geez, put it back in a ponytail. I'm going to do that. So, and then maybe my short hair will distract from but y'all, we're going to go through makeup too. I don't have a lot left because I did a really deep dive a couple of years ago. And Barb Still's like, you got rid of all those palettes. And now, yeah, anyway, but they're gone. Nothing to worry about. And I want to get a couple fun little things that my friends, when her grandnieces come, they can play with. But I found some under eye stuff, which is extremely important. I never knew, y'all. I just didn't know how much glasses can hide. But I'm not even kidding about having clear glasses for days that, y'all, I'm not feeling it. But yeah. So I'm going to do that with y'all. I mean, I was thinking, I'm looking in my closet. Why do I have all this weird, I have 1,000 makeup brushes. Y'all don't need that. I have one face. Okay. So eyeshadow brushes. I need, face brushes, maybe a blush brush, and maybe for dark spots, right? At the most, I don't need as many as I have. So we're going to do that too. And, but right now my living room, my goal is to follow through up with this. Like, I am pretty much done with the greeting cards for now, other than I want to go through some stuff with y'all. But overall, I'm sorted. Now, are there some hidden, some here and there? Probably, but that's okay. But the majority of them, and like I said, I pulled some out for inspiration. Some I want to use in my art. And then I have a huge thing full of categories, right? And I want to go through with y'all and organize them and maybe take some more out. And then I got to make my new little things that say mermaids books. So I just dropped a whole bunch of stuff. Okay, so let's start with, I'm just going to go through a few things with y'all. I'm trying to make these shorter because I'm having a hard time. Having a hard time with YouTube posting stuff. And then I have it, yeah. But it's okay. I'm here. I'm not going anywhere. I'm trying to refocus on many things. And y'all, Mercury is retrograde, y'all. And it's going direct. So I know a lot of people don't believe in all that. I do. I'm trying to blame my taxes on it, but it's so funny because as somebody who's funny, and I know I'm funny, right? I got good timing and all that, and I just, this is how my brain works, right? I can't take any credit, but sometimes, I have this persona at work that I've cultivated for a long time. It was very important to me that, it's like I really needed to be needed. Like, I got all my self-esteem from how hard I worked and people's praise and stuff like that, as you do maybe when you're young. And then there's a big incident at work, which I'm not even going to go through because, that was then, this is now. And it really upset me. It really devastated me. It's just crazy. So I had to reevaluate. I had to rethink. And I had gone from working like 60 to 80 hours a week to going to the library for 20 hours plus extra work, and then eventually 40. And I had energy, y'all, to burn. God, if you could just bank some of that, right? Like you can, like your IRA or your retirement account. Say, you know what? I'm going to take these 20 hours. I'm going to put it for when I need it. Can you imagine? But anyway, it's not how it works. So, and when you work really hard and are on top of everything and here and there, and, I managed a bookstore, just things had to be done. But I did learn through, a lot of my employees I really loved and thought were great. And, I can remember my good friend Heather, she was my first assistant and leaving me a note basically saying, you're like, I don't know. She says, you're like A+, right? You're just amazing, but you don't know it. So you think you're like a C. And then, so the rest of us, what does that make us when we're C's and B's, but you're really an AA+++. So what does that make us? And she really made me think about it, not in a braggy way or any of that, but just like, wow, because it's important to me, the people, I took it very seriously. Like I wanted to help people and, and help them learn. But you have to figure out how people learn. I always say this example of teaching people how to count a cash register. I didn't know there were so many ways, but brains are different. And I would show them, and some people just could not do it my way. I'm talking, this is very simple, right? I thought, wow, this is interesting. These are smart people. I say, here's what I need for you. You do it however you get there, right? I don't care. It's not algebra. You don't have to show me your work. Just do it. So it really started me thinking about things like that and trying to come to understand myself better. Like, oh, okay, maybe you're really good at this. I remember my district manager telling me after, it was about 6 or 7 weeks. And she's like, you took to this, like, she goes, there's some people who I have to train, and sometimes they get eventually. She said, but you took to this like a duck to water. And she said, I'm learning from you. And I'm naturally organized, and I just can see systems and stuff. Of course, the ADHD plays havoc with all that. But that's why if I look at a room and it just looks like, oh my God, this is like a hoarding situation, crazy. It's really not. Once I get rid of the top layer of my ADHD putting things, the organization is there. But anyway, so I was really good at it and I loved it. And it's just a shame they didn't pay. It was a mess. And I had just the hours and all this. But libraries are like that, right? So I was like, I had all this energy and I was running around doing everything. And I remember someone telling me once, people don't like when you do this. Whatever brings out in people, whether it's like, oh, well, does she think she's better than me? Or am I not a hard worker now because this crazy person, is she the norm now? That kind of thing. You know what I mean? And then when there's big brouhaha happen, and I had to really reevaluate. It actually got me into therapy, which was excellent. So you never know, right? Things can happen for a reason when you seek to understand and feel better. So, yeah. So it took me, I thought, I'm getting crap for doing a really good job and working hard. Okay, what's not right with this picture? But I thought, well, I don't want, I can't control how people feel or if they feel bad. It's just not your job. I thought, maybe I can ratchet down a little bit. And then you get, I don't know, it's weird. You get this weird blame, I don't know. Anyway, and God, now it's all about hierarchy. Jeez, woof. God, it's so sad. But anyway, that's another story. And yeah, so I where was I? Okay. So it took me 5 years, I'm not kidding you, to calm myself down, to change that thinking. I still mostly think like a manager. Like if I see something, I can see the big picture and I can literally see the steps that should be in place to deal with it. It kind of can't help that. It's just how my brain thinks. But even like when I'm organizing in this, I'm 5 steps ahead. Like I have, it's like I probably would be good at chess if I had the focus, because I really am 5, 6 steps ahead. It's hard sometimes, right? Because it's hard to assimilate all that and be in the moment. But it's taken me years, right? And then it was funny because I had this woman, she was new, and with new people, I'm very careful. I mean, I'm going to help, especially if it involves customers. But in the long run, I didn't want, people always gravitated towards me because I'm nice, right? And I'm open and I'm, and then other people get mad. Y'all, human nature, right? So I would kind of be like, someone come to me, oh, I don't know, ask so-and-so, who I thought was, should be asked. And it took me, and then I remember this one woman came up and we became friends, and she said, you know that, I know you know this. I know you know so much more than you're saying. I'm like, long story. But I said, yes, you can come ask me stuff, as long as, crazy. So in some ways I had to dim my light, right? My work light. But so as time progressed, and as I changed it from everyone coming to me and me hopping on everything, and as I changed it, it's hysterical now, because I have cultivated this persona of I'm not the hardest worker. I really don't know the answer. Don't come to me, kind of thing, and it's hysterical. Yesterday, so one of the pages, something we had to do, and I said, "Where's it's just books that we have to chop." And she goes, "Where is it?" She goes, "Oh, I gave it to this other person. I thought you didn't want to work." I had a moment of, wow, that is hysterical. I mean, it doesn't offend me. I don't care I really don't care what people think about me. I mean, in a general sense, like that. But, and really it says that our PPEs, it's not like when I'm a shining star, I got more money, or, I mean, I suppose if I wanted to move up in like the supervising world, I don't. So I remember my friend Robin just had her, we call it PPE, her performance, and she's working with a new supervisor, and he's like, you have really good PPEs, consistently good. Why don't you want to move up? We don't. We're the smart ones. But I love what I do, and I never, ever, ever dim my light with customers, right? I'm always, it is hard though when I know somebody else is answering a question incorrectly. I mean, this is not life and death, right? It's not like, oh, if you have to take this pill at this time and I know you don't. So it's not like that. It's just books. But it's just, I don't know. I laughed. I thought, wow. So it's just this idea like, I'm funny. So like, I'm going to say, you know what? I haven't got my taxes done because Mercury's in retrograde. Of course. Do I really think that? No. But I think it's funny. But sometimes now it's like, I don't know. It's just crazy. So people think like I'm somebody who has excuses all the time. Of course, they don't realize they're funny excuses. But anyway, but mostly it's not like it's a fake persona at work. But, it was really devastating to me, all the stuff that went on. But it was necessary because it totally cracked me open and I changed so much. And you don't realize when you're younger how much you're depending on praise and stuff from outside of you and good job and, that kind of thing. Or, wow, you're a great mom, or, I love you, you're, all that. And then slowly, and I think this, I had a supervisor who I really liked him, but it is another place, and it's an organization that didn't really support things. And person was a hard worker, really good, like how I was. Actually, I could see totally. He would never have he would have never gotten it because of how I am now. But he totally reminded me of myself, 100%. And something happened, and that was upsetting to everybody. But I felt like, wow, there's a time, and it's usually in your 30s, where you're disillusioned. Because we believe in hard work, right? Hard work will get you wherever you need to go, and a good attitude. And plus, that's how you want to spend your day, right? You have that energy. And I would say, look, I'm telling you right now, you're spending energy that it will come out of your bones when you're older. But, you have to learn this stuff, right? But, and, I'm not around that person obviously anymore. I work somewhere differently, but I'm just, yeah. It was really interesting to see myself in that situation and how it happened to me. But the thing is, there is a certain persona I bring to work. You have to, right? I mean, I'm not always in the chattiest, happiest mood, like with customers sometimes, but I went through a really bad period where I really hated my job for many, many reasons. And it was painful. And I would literally sit in my car and surround myself in light, and that only what was good would come in, and the bad would just bounce off, and that I had, try to connect with that in me to send to other people. And, it really did work, and I did change, but it was painful. But anytime I was with the public, I would fake smile, right? And eventually, if you're smiling, you feel it. Like, you take a picture of yourself not smiling and take a picture of yourself smiling, right? Not much has changed, but even the picture of you smiling, you just look like a different person. It's really fascinating to me. So smiling is so important. I mean, but yeah. So when you're funny, it's a double-edged sword, right? But you guys, like, I'm the lazy one. It just, wow. So mission completed, and it's okay. I know I'm working on giving myself my own gold stars, and I can do it in so many ways. In so many ways, I'm still really hard on myself. So I talked to my my psychiatric nurse practitioner, and I'm really just struggling with sleep. So, we're working on different medicine, that kind of thing. And, we were talking, he's like, wow, since you're so different when we first started working, when my brain was totally out of control. And he's like, you're so coherent, and, and your thought process is so different, and, and I'm nowhere, I don't know. I keep thinking, well, I'm not where I should be, right? Well, where's that, right? Shouldn't all over myself, but I am where I am, and I have hope for the future. But I wouldn't be able to do what I'm doing right now if the medicine wasn't working. It's just different than it used to work, I guess. So, yeah, it's all about adjusting all the time, isn't it? But keep being true to yourself. But I'm still, I was talking about how hard I am on myself, and it's just never enough. And I said, but I know that, I'm aware of it, and I'm trying my best when I catch myself to send myself a gold star and some love, right, y'all? And you guys are like gold stars for me. But that's what's going on. And oh, I can't even. I need to call my friend and say, listen to this. But, it is interesting how, I don't know how really, truly, I don't know how certain things you can do really upset other people. And, now it is not as important to me, unless, it just depends on the situation. But, I don't dim my light for anyone, really. I don't. And, I work with a lot of people who are introverted and quiet, and that's fine. But, I'm just, I'm the party. Y'all, I'm the party. There's a line from Jersey Shore where Snooki comes in, she's like, party's here. I do that all the time at work, just, Anyway, enough of that deep psychological sharing. Deep thoughts with Tracy from the Mermaid Cove. Let's talk postcards, ephemera. I'm just changing, and I don't need all this stuff. And I'm not even like getting mad at myself for trying to hold myself. Whatever reason that I have all this, it got me through life, right? But now I don't need it, and that's a good thing. But I do want some, right? It's inspiring to me. But you know what? Less is better for me right now in certain things. But so we're going through these postcards, and in the beginning I keep whatever I want. And then, but it made me so happy yesterday how excited people were and getting the cards and stuff. They've been sitting in my house, some of them for 20 years, and people were so happy. It made me really happy. It really did. It made me feel good. And it makes me want to get rid of more, which is good. So let me go through. So I'm working on these postcards. By end of Friday, everything on this floor that I've been sorting is going to go at least to my studio, but I would like to find a place for them to go. And then I am going to do, I got to do some weed whacking, y'all. I don't know. My nephew's friend just started landscaping business. So I'm going to call him and just get an estimate. And I'm hopeful for, because, it's my hands too, holding that weed whacker. Oh my God. So I'm going to get an estimate and see if it's reasonable, and just have him come and get my yard under control and do some snipping and stuff like that, and then try to keep up with myself. I think it will be easier, So I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to call him and see if I can get him over. And I don't know, maybe Monday. But I told you, Monday morning, 9:30, I'm getting my hair done. It's going to be blonde. I'm going to get the rest of this color, all this old hair out, and just something a little different, at least shorter. I just feel like, shedding skin, let's shed some hair. So maybe I can get him to come Monday afternoon. And of course, I got to finish my taxes. But I'm owed money, so I'm not being penalized. But it's just nice to have that completed, y'all. Completed. And I've gone through all this paperwork. I mean, I found my old medical records. And, other than my brain surgery, they diagnosed me with what was wrong and sort of the follow-up report. I don't think anyone needs all the in-between stuff. So I'm getting all that. I have stuff that could just be recycled and stuff I need to shred. And then I went through all kinds of old stuff. So my goal is just to have, everything's paperless, really. And my goal is, to have a sample of every account, just so I have all the information if I need it, and the rest is going. So it's a lot of deep diving I'm doing, but it's not anything that you could look around and think, oh yeah, this looks less cluttered. But my house does look less cluttered. So I'm going to do that on Friday. By the end of Friday or end of Monday, I'm going to be ready. Downstairs, so I'm going to call and get the vets come in on Tuesday. So downstairs, when you walk in, I have all this like paper and bags and tape and scissors and boxes and stuff, to wrap up for the vets. So what I want to do is, this is going to Herculean too, is in my library. And right now I've been looking for stuff and it's just disarrayed. But I'm going to make an area and I want to put all that stuff there so I can, you know, pull it out when I need it. But I want someone to walk in and I want it to look fresh and ready to go. So that's the other goal to do. Yeah. And I want to do some art, you guys. There's only so much time in a day. So I am going to do some art too. And that's one of the reasons I'm like, I want to hurry up and get this done. I got to catch up with my 50-day my 100-day project. And then I have so many great ideas and classes I've watched. So, and what I'm going to try in the kitchen, you know, all my art stuff is out of the kitchen. I'm very proud of myself. I enjoy working in that kitchen, but I'm going to share that space. But what I'm going to do is, I say I'm working on this project where you gesso these pages and then you take charcoal and stuff and draw flowers. I'm going to bring up what I need, use it, you know, and then put it in a bag, let it dry, whatever, put it in a bag. And if I'm not finished, I can leave one bag, whatever. But other than that, I'm going to really work on finding a different way of doing it, you know, but I can be up in the light. But my studio, the lighting is much better. I got those really bright lights. So anyway, so let me show you a few postcards before I go. But like, here is a collection of Wonder Woman stuff, right? So a lot of this I can let go, right? And it's the old Wonder Woman and, you know, the original comic strip. So that's like one little pile. And then these I've really outgrown these. These were, they're like Bad Girls. Is that what it was called? Bad Girls, yeah. Cameron Tuttle, Susan Batag. So it's like making the world a better place, one girl at a time. Right? Y'all remember these? Let's see. Welcome to Bad Girl Country, home of the world's biggest shoe collection. So, you know, I'm going to go through these. Keep a couple. They're just as a reminder that why I liked them. And you know what? Then they're going to go. So this was something I know I got from Temu. You can get good postcards from Temu. I'm not on Temu. I'm not looking at Temu, but that's the truth. Right? There's a few things I'm looking at, but I'm not buying anything right now. What is this? Anyway, let's not worry about it. So these are John Waterhouse. I love John. Are they the best print? No, they're really not. But for what I was using them for work, I want to alter them, right? So I've taken some classes on it and all kinds of fun stuff you can do. So I'll go through. There's some I don't like, but in general. And then what I'm doing is I have a box called People, right? So whether it's a piece of paper, a card, I'm throwing in that box. So then I know I'm trying not to have too many categories, but that is when I'm looking for people, that's a great box to go to find inspiration and that kind of thing. So that's what I'm doing with that. This was when the state cards came out, when the state stamps. North Dakota, home of Tracy from the Mermaid Cove, birthplace. So anyway, I'm going to go through some of these. I'm not sure. I don't need that many. I mean, I haven't used them. I'm not sure what you know. And, you know, part of my brain's like, well, what if? What if you need these cards? Then what are you going to do, girl? Huh? Well, what I'm going to do is get over it and find something else new. And just remember Smart Women. I have a great rule, or Smart Women rule. But smart women crave good company. Smart women tell it like it is. Smart women keep in touch. Smart women rise to the occasion. Smart women hold it together. So anyway, I love everything, excuse me, guys, ADHD, it makes you want to move around. Anyway, I love everything about them, but I'm going to limit it. I mean, they've been in a box for a long time. So limit, right? Pick out just stuff I like that I'm going to use. And then, where am I? And these are just a mixture of different Temu cards. I think one was like flowers and vegetables. And then there was one that I really love and I've used a lot, or like people in different areas. So just different. These are more, I'm going to have like a vintagey collection, even though these are reproduction vintage, right? But that's fine. And then these are so much fun. I can't remember where I got these, but they're in Chinese, right? So you have like a dictionary word. I have a collection called Lips. I'm not kidding you. Y'all, I'm pulling that out right now because that's going in the lips. But anyway, aren't they fun? So anyway, I love these. I'll probably keep most of those because I really do like them. And then I have like this. So this is cookery postcards, right? I should do a little one on some of these. So these are just old-fashioned. Am I going to go through them? I don't know. Probably not yet, because they're easy to store like this. Just, you know, some kind of old-fashioned stuff. Now, if I had the time and attention, I could get together packages to sell to people. What's nice about them, too, they always have this thing, so you can pull them out. And I think this is Chronicle. No, Penguin. Anyway, how fun is that? And then the other one I really love is this postcards from Penguin. Book covers. They're, you know, they're the older book cover. And then you randomly find a pencil. So, you know, a lot of the old, which is fun when I'm doing like these journals and stuff. Man Trap, Sinclair Lewis. So, Clockwork Orange, right? This is my cup of tea. So, will I use them all? Probably not, but you know, one day I'll do a thing, go through them, and I'll pull out ones that really speak to me. Now I got them all mixed up, y'all. Hold on. Okay. And again, it's so smart that they have this sort of ribbon. Otherwise, they're a pain in the butt to get out. Anyway, so that's something fun to deep dive one day. Not today. So there's that. And then I have stuff like Lost, Lonely, and Vicious. Postcards from the great trash films. I love this kind of stuff. I've really kind of outgrown it a little bit. I don't know what happens. But I mean, this is something I'll go through and pull out a few that inspire me, but let some go. Here we go. She Tried to Be Good. The Amazing Story of Carrie, Daughter of Sin. I try to be good, y'all. I do. I try, like Jessica Rabbit. I can't help it. I'm drawn that way. Celebrities. I mean, this is like 25, 30-year collection, y'all. At least. Maybe more than that. So, different celebrities selling, you know, ridiculous product kind of thing. Like, what is he's... Oh, that's that guy, Phil Silvers, selling cigarettes. Y'all, they didn't know. And these were Taschen, love Taschen. So these are Nicholas Poussin. Now, I don't even know. This is probably something I got like for $1 at a thrift store or something. But I'm thinking he's not going to be my favorite. So I will probably let a lot of those go. They're a lot of good nude. Let's see. These are absolutely some of my favorite. And this kind of set me on a hunt for these things for color matching, right? For color mixing. So they're Pantone, right? All these different colors. And I love the names. Morning Mist, Fir, F-I-R. That's just got a number. Limeade. So these are awesome. So I wanted to know where these are. They don't need to stay up here. I'm going to put them in a place when I'm ready to do that. I can grab them. And then I have some random, like here is, hell, I've had these things forever. So they're like pieces of paper and envelopes, right? So I'm not sure. I might put some of the paper's really good quality, so I might put that in my paper to use in art. And then like little things like this, Dollar Tree, right? So I might keep a couple, like that's inspirational for flowers. And then keep a couple and then go ahead and put them in the box for people at work. And then look how fun this is, y'all. Barbie. Little note cards. And then you got your fun envelopes. So this is something, I don't know. It makes me happy, like an art piece. Maybe I won't keep it in this thing. I don't know. That's in the I don't know pile, right? Because it's unusual. But do I need them all? Probably not. But I don't really know anyone who loves Barbie. Some Edward Hopper. I love Edward Hopper, y'all. Wow. If you want to be melancholy and not feel like other people know what you're feeling, look at Edward Hopper. So a lot of those I like, but I could probably go through and pull out ones I probably never will use that don't speak to me, that kind of thing. That's going to take time. I can't do that right now, though I want to. This was a thing of Goosebumps. I've used so many of these. I love, they're hysterical. So Goosebumps is a kid series. It's scary by R.L. Stine, right? But they just crack me up. I love those. They're very unique, I think. So, oh, here's that guy. Okay. Let's see. What else do we have here? What is all this? These are, this, I don't even know what this is. It's Chinese, I think. Oh, so these are postcards from, I guess, someplace in China. I'll have to ask my Asian friends if they can. So again, these are fun to alter, right? So imagine like there's like a big dinosaur or, I don't know. So these are going to go into my be altered kind of thing, you know? There's this artist called Gordon, I can't think of his last name, Carzal, I think. And he's one of my favorite, and I still love it. Where let's say he takes a mountain, there's a bigger cat, like that kind of thing, collage. Love it. But this is this is gonna be in my altered postcard thing. Merlin, y'all, Merlin. Again, a lot of this I found in the book sale or thrift stores and stuff. That's kind of fun. This, you know what? I can keep this out and send some of these to my my nephew. So, again, Cleveland, Ohio. Whoa, these are so cool. But look at that. But the patina. So these aren't really postcards as much as they're pictures. But look at that. Awesome. So that will go in my kind of art to be decluttered thing. But I just threw it, y'all. I love throwing Mrs. O'Keefe, right? Right now, I'm just going to put this whole thing in. I have a collection of things that have flowers on it. Vintage Florida, you know, this is something Mimi probably gave me, right? They're going altered. Let's see. This one, again, this was Tamu. I know it. So this is, I guess it's Van Gogh, right? And again, the quality's not, you know, not the best. But again, I will go through this and just, oh, look at that. I love that. And pull some out and let some go. Have no idea. Toady. So again, art. I don't know if it's a place, y'all. Ooh, look at that. How fun is this? So again, that's to be looked at for altering. And then where is Toady? Is it Italian maybe? Because it's Italian. I'll have to Google that. That's interesting. Y'all been there? And I have real vintage ones somewhere. And these I can probably let go of. These are these worst case scenario. There's a big book, you know. If it's a good book, it can make good everything. How to survive a riptide. How to escape from the trunk of a car. How to survive a plummeting elevator. So, y'all, I might have to look at those, but then probably let them go. That's funny. Again, it's $2.98. There used to be a bookstore, a catalog called Daedalus, and let me see, which I can't remember what Greek thing that is, or Roman. But anyway, it's Roman, I think. My friend Nita took me. We figured out there was a store. It was like an hour and a half away, and one of my birthday gifts was he drove me out there and gave me a certain amount of money, and I could pick what I wanted. Fun. That's my kind of man. Let's see. Do I have all these? All right, y'all. Remember the magic eye? Like, so what you had to do is you had to, I wonder if my eyes now. You got close and you pulled it out. It was like 3D. And what was hysterical is my friend Heather at the time at work, she couldn't do it. And then turned out she had a cross eye. You can't tell she has a cross eye, pretty much. But she said to me one day, which one's crossed? I could pick it out, and she got upset. Anyway, the world's tackiest postcard. Right? Oh my God. So this is like the 80s era. So it's really tacky. 80s tacky. When was this done? 1987, y'all. I called it. Yeah. So that's going to be fun to look at. They're kind of like already, some of them are like already altered. Like, look at that. Like a little thing with moose things. I'll have to check. That might be worth, that kind of stuff that you don't think is like, ends up being super valuable because it's strange. These are pigs, so this is going to go in my pig collection when I do stuff for Beverly. Angel Voices. Now, I have a tattoo. It's an angel, and it's from this artist. Let me see if I can find one close to it. She's sort of like this. And I did a big watercolor of, I did a drawing of this watercolor for, it was a watercolor critic. I don't know. My friend has it framed in our house. So it's amazing how better things look. I should have her send me a picture of that. But, yeah. So I will pick through that. Housewives in Hell. She replaced her regular coffee with kitty litter. How did you like the fresh brewed coffee, honey? It tasted like cat shit. You guys, come on. And then there was some random thing. Country Kitchen, okay, postal note, cookery cards. Love this stuff. Look at this, you guys. This I could sell them big, huge money. Right? And the quality, and anyway. Country ham and rings. Apple rings, y'all. Yes, yes, I would do that. It's even patina, the old stuff on it. But so, yeah, so that is kind of, those were all the collections. This is the single ones, right? That, well, some matched, some didn't, but to go through and kind of organize a little better. But like I said, not today, y'all. But anyway, it's good chatting with you. I'm going to try my best to post this today. And then I can try to see if any of the ones will post that I did the last few days. It's just been, I really, truly, you know, when I can see better and I'm going to really start spending, get some of the, you know, get this first floor, you know, get the house where I'm ready for someone to come in and I feel comfortable. I'm going to really start deep diving YouTube and how to do it better. And like, I don't know why it will post sometimes and it won't. And it fights me. And then other times it's like boom, boom, boom. And it can be the same length. So I don't think it's necessarily the length, but what do I know? I'm going to try to learn and educate myself, y'all. And I think what I'm going to try to do too is an introduction video, just to introduce myself to new people, to let them know what the heck they've stumbled onto, kind of thing. But all right, guys, so it was awesome talking to you. It's just I've been up early trying to get stuff done. I thought, you know what, today's the day to sleep in, and you know I got enough done. You know, get my shower. I'm still struggling with food, but I'm trying to eat it out of my freezer, you guys. And I got a couple food things to go for you over with y'all from Trader Joe's that I have opinions about. And then I think Saturday morning, I'm going to run to Trader Joe's on my way to work. I'm going to need some half my, you know, oat milk creamer and see if they have the kimbap, y'all. They have it and there's no limits. Y'all, it is so good. And when I find it, I'll share it with y'all. It is, if you see it, it's called kimbap, B-A-P. It's a Korean thing. It looks like sushi. I guess it is some kind of Korean sushi, right, as opposed to Japanese sushi. But all you do is it's frozen. All you do is you let it go to room temperature, or you can nuke it for a second. I make up a sauce. Usually I use, you know, those coconut aminos or soy sauce and some of that sweet chili sauce or hoisin sauce, whatever sauce you like. You can use sesame oil, whatever you want, and have that to dip in. But they're super healthy. It's super clean and it's filling. So I would love to have some of that. Because I said to the woman, do you ever think, she goes, when we first got that Mandarin chicken, you could not keep it in. You could not. We could not keep it in. And so she said, yeah, I will settle down. Because I would buy like 6. I mean, they're perfect little, like you don't really want to eat a big meal, but you want to eat something. You want something good for your brain, that kind of thing. But anyway, if y'all see it, try it and let me know what you think. I love it. I really do. So, okay, guys. I will talk to you soon. You have a good one. And I will, yeah, I'm going to do my best to post it.